Grandma said, clutch your pearls.
Yeah.
Daddy said, don't nobody turn your door down.
No, but I mean, culturally, for my Hispanic people out there, culturally, we were raised that way. We were raised in the Catholic Church. Oh, somebody calling.
Hold on. Hello, you on the phone with Ngozi Night and Majesty?
Terrible.
Hello?
Hey, this is certified.
I'm sorry.
Hi, certified.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. So I guess you want to chime in on what's going on, huh?
Yeah, it's a Facebook page.
Yeah, I had to chime in.
Okay, talk to me.
Okay, I get definitely what you're saying about conditioning, but I definitely think it's the first way. What I mean is that society now is conditioning us to devalue sex. I don't think that was definitely the original design. I have to agree with B as far as there's an impartation that takes place, and there is an exchange that is much deeper than physical. Whether we realize it or not, or we take the time to think about it or not, there is something that takes place. Every time you lay down with a person, you're leaving a piece of you, and you're picking up a piece of them. And this continues to happen. And there's something called soul ties. So I'm not going to get into that because it takes a long time to explain that.
Oh, I know what soul ties are.
Just a physical act. Yeah, it's much more than that. And I think with just how society has changed and we become sensitized with so many things, now we're trying to make sex the same thing. That's not the case. You can't lay down with everybody and expect nothing to happen, though. And we're fooling ourselves to think that.
Well, you know, I totally understand exactly where you're coming from. However, I look at things a little differently. And my thought process is this. Your body is your temple, and you're supposed to take care of it.
Right.
However, the thing is that a lot of times we get so caught up that we don't realize that we value sex over our mental anyway, when it's all said and done. And instead of looking at what you got going on in your mental capacity, we feel like a lot of us put it all in the center of our vagina or the penis. That's why so many of us get caught up in so many different things. And that's why the first thing people tell you to do, you're taught to deny sex. You're taught to deny it and only give it out to one or two individuals. Really, you're supposed to give it out to one person. That's what we're taught.
Well, I think that's an assumption. It's not that we're taught to deny sex. We're taught to value it. That you should give it to any and everybody. That's like you have $1 million. You're just not gonna get around to give it out. No, it's not. You're gonna take care of it. Or just like with your house and your car, you're not gonna let anybody come up in your house, throw a party, and tear stuff down. No, you're gonna take care of it. It's the same thing with our temple. So we value all these material things. Why are we not valuing our body?
The thing I'm saying is that when it comes down to it, our bodies, when I said about we're denied, because the first thing what happens is if you're telling somebody, oh yeah, it's precious, it's all this, you actually create a fear in most people that way. That's what I mean by the denial part. You have some people that will deny themselves the opportunity to be with somebody. And I'm not saying you have to go run around with a bunch of people, but you could, let me give you a perfect example. There was a young lady, husband and wife, they got married. She was a virgin. She was taught you hold on to your goodies until you get married. She held on to her goodies till they got married. Do you know it took them 1.5 years before she was able to be penetrated by him? Because her mind was so caught up in, oh my God, I'm a dirty girl. She couldn't even be relaxed enough to give her husband the gift that she was holding on to for him on a honeymoon for almost 1.5 years. And this was documentation. Because she was given that, oh, this is your precious, this is only for your husband. But she also, there was that fear that locked her and not allowed her to be free within that marriage. So that's what I mean by a lot of times we're so conditioned that we actually have a fear and we cause ourselves to deny our bodies some pleasures. it wouldn't be feeling good if it wasn't supposed to be pleasure. And like I said, I'm not saying go out there and freak a bunch of different people. I'm even talking about people that's just with the one person that they with, and they only do but so much. They're so stuck in, we only gonna do missionary. We only gonna with no oral sex, no this, no that. Because even though we talk about society has diminished or given us this thing where we're just like it just diminished the value of sex, we also had society put such a restriction on it that we're not even free to even be who we are with the person that we love in that bedroom.
I don't think society has played it to where we can't be free. Actually, society has opened up and everything is more hypersexual now than it was 10, 20 years ago.
No, that's not true, because you got the flower children. They was out there freaking all day and every day.
Yeah,
the only reason why we see it more because we have social media. But that sex thing is, let me tell you, you go back there, the first day.
Culture too, because African Americans just didn't do that.
Huh?
I said also culture, because African Americans just didn't do that.
Yes, African. She said it must be the culture because African Americans didn't do that.
We didn't do it where people knew. Because trust me, the way where I grew up, there was a lot of stuff going on. So we can't say that. We can't say, then that goes into race and stuff like that. We can't say that. All I can say is this. Individually, however we're taught, however it goes down, the bottom line, a lot of us, especially women, we're taught to be fearful, supposedly protective and controlling, and most men are taught to just go on, so you wild oats, my man, handle your business. You get with the girl, she lets you do this, that, and the third. That's not the one you want, because you want someone that's prudish. And then he gets with a woman who's prudish and only gives him a missionary. And guess what he does? Because he wants all the extras, he go off and do it with other people.
But I'm gonna have to disagree with you, because I'm a freak.
I said a man that wants a prude, sweetie.
No, but
because a lot of guys want to be the woman's first. They want to be the one that break her down first. I'm saying most guys, they like being with that version, or woman who's damn near a virgin. Mm-hmm. Most of them don't want them to be too much of a freak. I'm not saying all men. I'm just saying there's some that don't want their woman to be a freak. And if she does, if she is a freak, he's like, no, I can't do that with her. That's my wife. But he'll go off and do it with someone else. He'll do deviant things with someone else because he feel like his wife is this on a pedestal and she's supposed to be this. Because remember, he's given this ideal too of the woman he's supposed to be marrying, or the kind of woman he's supposed to be in love with, even though he should want a hoe in the bed and a lady in the streets. You feel what I'm saying?
But I think that way of that ideology is, we're kind of straying away from it, because that's where the hypersexual piece, in my opinion, comes in, because everything is sex, even to the point that now LGBT issues are now something that's been placed in the forefront where they never were before. So yeah, that man may want that prudish kind of a wife at home, and then he gonna go out in the street and find him a hooker to do whatever other lawlessness he want to do. But even myself, I've had a limited amount of mates, but I'm a freak nasty. I enjoy my sexuality, and I'm willing to do all and everything with my mate.
But I'm talking about women that are afraid to do it, and men that don't want women to do it because they're conditioned too. I'm talking about the conditioning. That's all I'm talking about. I'm talking about the conditioning. We're having a discussion now. No, it's not like this. No. Oh no, you can't do it with everybody. Oh, like, why not? Why can't you do it with anybody? Why can't you do it with 100 men if you want to? Why can't you do it with 100 women if you want to? No, women not supposed to do that. Even to this day, we still feel like women are not supposed to have more than one. Let a woman tell you she done slept with 100 people, y'all looking like, girl, something ain't right.
True, you're absolutely right in that, because we're going to already look at her
because
as
it's a conditioning.
A tramp.
Because we're conditioned to feel like women are only supposed to be with one person, if that. I mean, one person, no more. Mm-hmm. If she might have had another guy, that's the other man, because the other man either died or he did her so dirty. That's why she went with somebody else.
Okay.
But when it's all said and done, I think what I'm trying to say is that we need to take out the judgment of people who decide to explore their sexuality the way they see fit with other consenting adults.
I agree with you on that.
100%.
Because the judgment is there all the time. I mean, even talking about the polyamorous relationships.
Right. Exactly.
You know, people are going to pass judgment and say, oh, well, you know, I wouldn't do that. That's not clean, or that's not what the constitution of marriage should be, or relationship, or so on and so forth. In my opinion, does that work for me? No. But I mean, if you like it, I love it, honey. But the judgment is the piece that you are talking about. The judgment. I think people are more concerned with the judgment and what other people are going to say and what they might say, not say. And a lot of sexual things are done behind closed doors so nobody can see.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think my caller hung up, or something went down. But thank you for calling. I appreciate your call. You know, that was really it was really good to open up dialogue, even though we went from celibacy to this.
Man.
But it's okay because it's all relative in its own way.
Ain't that what we always do? In the last hour, we start off right, and then we go to the left always.
To the left. You know, so, but Vivian said they are, the men are conditioned the same as women are. Miss Smashy said they shame females for sexual acts so they can get away with what they do to the women. The other thing is that, you know, we just have to learn how not to be judgmental on people. Consenting adults doing what consenting adults do. Like, I'm not going to hold you. I'm judgmental when it comes to people want to use bodily poop and stuff like that on their bodies, that kind of stuff. And rainbow showers when they want to throw up on each other. That kind of stuff I'm not feeling, because that doesn't do nothing for me. But you got people that really do get into that. But, you know, outside of that, clean sex with freakiness on top of it, minus those things, I'm with it. I'm sorry, I'm with it, because I know somebody was like, well, if you're not judgmental, then why are you judging somebody? Listen, I don't like the smell of poop. It's just
not for me.
And I don't like the smell of pee. Throw up and piss and stuff. I'm cool. Like, I'm not with that. I'm not.
I don't want to. I don't want to exchange.
I'm not into bestiality either. I'm sorry, because I don't feel like that's consenting adults. No. You know, and I'm not into the pedophilia that some people are, because that's not consenting adults. You need to be with somebody your own age or older. No less than 10 years younger than you. That's it.
No less than 10 years younger than you?
Yeah, because 15, if you're 15 years, it could still be your child. You can still, 10, I'm not expecting nobody to be 10-years-olds with a baby in their stomach. 15, you're kind of...
Yeah, you pushing that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah, so that's why, So, but, we had a wonderful, wonderful night.
Yeah.
This was good.
We found out that Z is a freak on the low, even though she won't admit to it.
Yeah, but check this out. I'm going to say this. The last question for Z was... This is the last question. The last question, and she answered it, and it was, what do you do with pent-up sexual frustration? And her answer is, I write erotic poetry. Thank you, Tanya.
Clearly.
I appreciate that. Z, do you have any final things to say before we close out?
No, I hope that whoever is out there got some good info tonight. I hope that somebody learned something, if not just one person. Maybe some people go on the journey, maybe not. I don't know. And if y'all want to, at some point, talk about maybe herbal options to increase libido.
Oh, she said herbal options. You hear that?
Options.
Coming from a celibate person saying herbal options to increase the libido, honey.
Hey, I can help you even though I'm not partaking.
Yes, I am.
Or balance hormones to also increase libido. Because that'll be the end result anyway. Then, yeah, I guess write in. Send in messages to the Facebook page.
I'm on internet.
And maybe Ngozi will set up a show for it.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Hallelujah.
I think my boo thing would say that I don't need increased libido.
Oh.
I want extra.
Hello.
I don't care.
I just be wanting to do.
I always want.
No, not the extra. I got enough, honey.
The reason why I want extra because that way, you know.
I want to have sex
I want
every